Sabote, this is Jeff.
This is David.
We are playing Dark Souls.
Yay.
Yay.
Still a great game.
It is. It is a fantastic game. We are going to be destroying Manus, the hardest boss in the game.
Yes.
He is... Look, I got a bloated head. Just to... We need some stuff first.
Of course.
We're going to need to get our silver pendant, which is very important in order to combat dark magic.
Yeah, I didn't have it the first time I fought him.
The only reason that I die over and over again to this boss, at least in this recording. You need a light source to get into the area with the silver pendant. All normal light sources work. That is a developer message that will always be there.
Right.
Skull lantern, light spell.
Anything. The sunlight hat.
Sunlight hat. Yes, maggot hat. Hooray! And now we're gonna go follow Alvina, which I didn't even know was Alvina.
Really?
First time through, because it disappeared before I could even see it, because I'm trying to pay attention to these horrible monsters everywhere. We're gonna go save Sif, our good old friend, which we killed a number of videos back, but...
You said he went to live on a farm.
Yeah, yep, that's what I said that just now. I said it just now.
Oh, okay.
If you listen to it, if you just listen to the video again, that's what I said.
I'm too
I
lazy
even
to
know
do
why
that.
I keep talking about it, because that's what I said. Why would I be so defensive about it?
So you saved the puppy.
Save the puppy. Get the cleansing great shield, which we don't need, but,
Right.
you know, get it if you want to.
So you have Estus and Pendant, and
Yes,
that's it.
gone back and Estus up 220, as you can see. That'll be useful. This fight is very rough, I will add.
Oh.
Manus has a number of attacks. Let's first lunge one here. It's only getting started. Yes. A level 5 Silver Knight shield is what I'm using right here. I would recommend something equal or better for blocking purposes. I will also do my best to try and show how to dodge, roll out of the way of his attacks. Some are better to roll away from. There's different kinds of slaps that he can do. A close slap can either be a short or a long version of it. Now this one I think is the short version, which we'll show here, which goes into a... Actually no, that was the
long one.
The butt stomp. Roll away, but not like what I did where the camera points up when you're locked on and then you roll accidentally forward.
And right into the butt stomp?
Into the butt stomp? Yeah, this has just happened here.
Yes.
You want to actually roll away. Yeah, that's a short slap. One that can lead into a close combo. Yeah, the close slap combo. Number 4. In fact, it says it right there. Close slap combo. They think they have that at Jack in the Box now. It's a close slap combo.
I only order things off the dollar menu, so I wouldn't know.
It comes with...
Okay. We should probably...
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. I was thinking about Jack in the Box.
Yeah, it's good.
The backhand counter is something that he'll do up close. That's what the parenthetical there is for.
Right.
He has, like most bosses in the game, a lot of the move sets are dependent on range, so he has close moves. We're also going to be summoning Sif. Now, the Sif summon in this fight works differently than any of the other summons in the game. One, you can do it when you already have 2 other people with you.
Right.
Dark Hand Sweep is one of the 2 medium long range Dark Hand attacks. I would suggest rolling through it, but that's just because I'm more comfortable with that. It can be blocked.
Yep.
So the other thing is you can have 2 summons and also have Sif come in and help you. He's actually not very useful, but oh well. I'll get back to Sif in a second. The close combos, you have to watch the hand to determine whether or not he's going to follow it up with one of his, I guess, what is his catalyst in the other hand, his catalyst stomps. This is the most damaging attack that he has.
The tantrum.
It is the tantrum. It does like 5 or 6 hits, and he will very, very often roar afterwards. If he roars afterwards, it is a great opportunity to get a hit in.
Or heal.
Or heal. That is also true. Assuming that you didn't die by getting hit by the tantrum.
Puppy shield, you can block all of it.
You can. You can also block all, even with basically base endurance here, well, close to base endurance, with the level 5 Silver Knight shield, you can do a pretty good job of blocking all the hits as well. I do try and roll out of the way a few times. For some reason that broke my guard, even though I had more stamina. So that's just how he do. Upper close is a cut range attack that he'll sometimes use.
Nailed it.
This one is not, it doesn't have a combo though. So if he uses that and you're within range, you might as well just stab him.
Right.
The slap can be, there comes another tantrum.
And be aware.
You want to hold your shield up and back away.
Right.
You want to either decide, I'm going to block it or I'm going to roll out of the way. Don't try and change your mind halfway through, because that's the kind of hubris that Manus loves to punish.
Mainly because that catalyst, it comes down a little bit further out than you think it will.
And sometimes he will delay it just a little bit more than you think, because you'll roll and then he'll smash you.
Right.
Which we will not see at all ever in this video later on.
No.
Oh yes, back to Sif. The other thing that makes him unique for other summons and boss, of course, is that it's inside the boss room, naturally.
Yeah.
And you don't have to confirm the summon sign. When you walk over it, if you just press the A button, it's on 360, it'll just summon him in.
True backhand. Huh.
The true backhand. I forgot what the distinction was.
It was not a counterattack. It was just
by itself.
Right.
It was a front hand. There is one, oh no, the true backhand is the one where he actually changes positions.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm remembering now, yes.
Oh.
That's an attack that he'll only,
Ooh.
the true backhand is an attack that he'll only do when you are directly behind him. And he uses it to turn around to do a 180.
Right.
Sif is great for distracting.
Until he dies.
Until he dies, which he almost always will because he's terrible at fighting Manus.
Woo.
I have just enough with my current setup to block that.
Right.
I do prefer to roll out of the way, because I don't really have any armor on. When you get the close slap that isn't followed, oh, actually this one too, the dark hand slap, the long range one, or the close range one, if you can get a few hits off. The long range one always has the delay on it.
Right. And
the sword range one sometimes does. But yes, it's a great opportunity to poke. Just go poke, poke, poke.
Yep. If you're using the intelligence with dark bead strategy, that's a good point, just to kind of turn straight into his hand and unload, because you'll generally hit with all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I beat him the first time, was high intelligence, dark bead, crystal soul spear, all those things.
The first time I beat him was on New Game Plus. He's extremely difficult, and also because of pride, because going through the DLC the first time can't have any help.
No.
It took a long time to beat.
Yep.
He is very difficult. He has a wide variety of moves. This is also why the DLC is fantastic, because all the bosses are great. They all have a wide variety of moves at different ranges. Some of them are pretty cheap, which we'll be getting to later.
Yep.
Like, here we go, the very first of the cheap attacks. I was extremely lucky that I did not instantly die there. There's 3 different dark magic attacks that can be blocked by the Silver Pendant. The Silver Pendant has about a 1/4 second wind-up time on it, which we will see if we go into an alternate world here. He starts to cast, start using the Silver Pendant.
Nope.
Nope. Dead instantly. Nope.
You shouldn't have rolled.
I shouldn't have rolled.
Oh,
actually, no, you should roll. If you're in front of him, you can tell based on the direction of his catalysts, but if you don't catch the subtle tell about which spell he's going to cast, it's best to roll first in order to avoid the shotgun, and then Silver Pendant to avoid the other 2 possibilities. So it is a mostly safe strategy that takes care of all 3 of them without having to, eliminating more of the variables. We'll see the shotgun later.
I hate the shotgun.
The shotgun is the worst.
There's
the shotgun. Dark magic shotgun.
There it is.
I guess this would be dark bead.
Kind of on steroids.
Yeah, it's
lots of them.
Super dark bead. It's lots of them. If you take the full brunt of that by blocking, you will die.
Yep.
Even with the puppy shield, you'll probably die.
Yep.
You have to roll out of the way. It's tricky timing.
Or pendant. I got real good at that.
I would strongly recommend learning how to roll out of the way of that and not use the pendant on that.
I got real good with the pendant. Because
like I said, the pendant, you've got about a 1/4 to 1/2 second start up. Roll, you have much less. So you have more dark magic spam. And you see there, even though I used the pendant, it didn't block all of them,
right,
because the rain lasted just like 1 second longer.
With the rain, if your response time is fast enough, as soon as you see him start winding up for it, if you hit the pendant twice, you will block all of them without much of a problem.
Yeah, I was doing... Sip's almost dead. That's sad.
No.
I was originally doing double pendant for all the magic spells, because it was a sort of safety thing.
Right.
But Sometimes you do double pendant, and he's just like, "Oh, you're doing double pendant. I'm going to lunge at you, or I'm going to tantrum immediately," because he's just kind of a gigantic, gaping dragon. What do you think I was going to say? Asshole. That's what I meant to say.
Yes. He is.
Because that's what he is. That's what he is. Also, he looks like Zeromus from Final Fantasy IV.
Which
Spoilers.
is awesome.
It is kind of awesome.
I will point out that of the 43 attempts it took me to beat this boss, shotgun killed me more than anything else.
Yep, of the doing this attempt here for the video, I think I did 4 times. And every single time it was dark magic that killed me.
Well, it was never the rain, and it was never the out and in that we haven't seen yet. It was always the shotgun.
Always the shotgun.
Always the shotgun.
The rain was what was getting me. You've already seen, one of those.
Right.
He has a lot of health, and I did mention at the start this is a rough fight. I do use a lot of my Estus, and a lot of my survivability was only because look, he got me with the last hit, and it almost took off all my health.
Wow,
a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have a lot of vitality, just because I was just dumping stats into that because there's nothing else to do for this particular boss slaying character.
Right.
So you'll probably there we go. He's doing another tantrum. Just back away. Just back away.
Generally, you'll have a little less vitality, but more endurance.
Yeah, that's true. So you'll want to be a little bit more deliberate with your choices about what you're going to block versus what you're going to try and roll through. So like there, I did a little bit of both, which was dumb. It worked out, fortunately, this time.
Right.
Here comes some more shotgun action. That unfortunately caught me on the edge of my roll because I rolled too early. So you have to actually wait until it's cast and then roll to the side or forward. I would say to the side just because you're further away from him when it all works out.
It's generally better not to run into a threat.
Yes. Well, actually, in Dark Souls, normally you want to get in that butt, but in this case, no. You really don't.
Sif is not dead yet.
Yeah, Sif's he's a trooper, but he's not going to make it. I didn't mean to spoil this for you, but he's not going to make it.
That's not overtly shocking.
Yeah, I know. That's the best. When he uses a shotgun, I'm already out of the side of him. He's doing a true backhand again. When he gets down to like 1 hit left is when he's the most dangerous because it's when you think that you are going to kill him. And Dark Souls knows this and says no.
They punish you.
They punish you for, again, hubris. It's just hubris. That's what did the puppy in.
No.
Sif was vanquished.
Has vanquished?
Has vanquished.
That would be a different thing.
Has vanquished Manus? I don't think that'll ever.
That'd be great.
Well, I guess it's technically possible. When I get him down to 1 hit left is when I'm going to lose most of the rest of my Estus. I'm just going to say it right now.
As you should.
Also, it's when he's just being a complete tool and spamming dark magic almost every single time.
I think that's probably in how he was programmed. I'm gonna bet From Software did that on purpose.
I mean, that makes sense. The third dark magic. And we call it the spears. I wonder what it actually is called.
I call it in and out or out
the
and
in and out, the out and in. Yeah.
Depending on...
dark magic spears.
Yeah, dark magic spears sounds way better than a fast food chain.
Maybe Virgil's Phantom Swords from Devil May Cry.
Kind of, yeah.
It's kind of got that kind of thing to it. You have to use the pendant on that one.
Right.
I guess it would be possible to dodge at like the very exact instant that they come into you, but the problem is that if you dodge too early, they go out the other direction they came in.
So you get hit twice. Or actually like 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 or 5 or 10 times, depending on how many of them
and you die.
But he doesn't do that one as much, or he didn't do that as much in this particular fight.
Yeah, it was a lot more often shotgun and rain.
Yeah, shotgun is favored one. As you can see, he points up to the sky when he's doing the rain attack. Right. I never bothered paying attention to that. It was just when I saw the glow for dark magic, I knew that I was going to roll out of the way, unless, or just use one pendant.
Right.
And that was just sort of the strategy came up. More tantrums. He just loves his tantrums.
Because I was doing magic my first time attacking him, range wasn't a huge issue.
Yeah.
So I was far enough away that I could generally do a double pendant without a a huge worry.
Yeah, without problems. If you're far enough away. The only things he'll be... Yeah, I rolled right into that. The only things he'll be using is his long-range attacks like that, or the one that sweeps across, or he'll use a lunge, or he'll use magic. The long-range attacks aren't as deadly,
right?
But you really do need to, damage him in order to win. So
yeah,
a perfect defense makes you invincible, but
yeah,
it also means you'll never win.
Yeah,
So he's almost dead. Just go in there and just mash the R1 button. That'll work. I'm sure that'll work.
That'll work just fine. Oh no! Oh hey.
Fortunately, you can chain silver pendants.
Right.
If you chain them, there won't be a delay.
Right.
See, that's why you don't want to always chain them. You want to try and be at least a little bit discerning in your silver pendant use.
I've never actually seen him use that spear attack twice in a row.
So now that he's almost dead, he's just going to be, like I said, a tool and just constantly use dark magic.
Right.
I think, we'll see. I think it ended up being like 4 or 5 shotguns or something stupid like that. It just wouldn't stop.
Well, if you had a dark magic shotgun, you'd probably use it a lot too.
Also, it's important to go into the fight only having Estus and Silver Pendant equipped on your items, because you want to be able to switch to one or the other very quickly.
Right.
So yeah, he's starting his spam routine.
Oh, you missed.
Yeah, exactly. So just give him an opportunity to use more and more magic shotguns. He is not dead yet.
Oh, you should have died.
I should have died, but I didn't. And now he's using more magic.
So you can't heal.
I don't have any time to heal. He is just... He does not want to die. I don't blame him.
Right. Who in their right mind does?
Is it too early on the uppercut? Yep, that was an uppercut. It was not a overhead slap. Should have seen that coming. And more dark magic. Jeez. All right, come on. He has literally 1 hit left. Stab. All right. He is dead. Hooray. So happy. And because it's Dark Souls, this is their version of a fairy tale where you save the princess, and what happens when you save the princess in Dark Souls? She sits there muttering and sad and blocks the entire incident out of her mind. Dark Souls.